Is Tim Hunter. Tim, come on down. Okay, let's give it up for everybody you saw. In particular, Hail Mary's laugh. I also really enjoyed that quite a bit, so thank you. When I was a younger child, I thought that AIDS was the worst disease because all the letters are capitalized. So, have you been keeping up with the news, and more particular, anybody been having any idea about what the Pope's been saying? The Pope? No? Well, he's been killing it as far as how actual religion should be going, which is awesome because he's really pissing off all the people who claim to be really religious. So I've got like a full-on man crush engaged with the Pope right now, which is, it's an awkward feeling, but I think like he would be in with it too, because it's just platonic, so it would be cool. You know, and one of the things that he always says is that he doesn't, he's kind of against the wealth of the church, you know, I mean, he doesn't take any of those luxuries that they provide, which is funny because one of the greatest things that churches have become at doing is just taking people's money, you know, just taking it. And I don't know, it's not big here, but down in the South there's a lot of what they call these mega churches, these huge churches that must take just millions of dollars to run. I can't imagine what it's like right before they hand out the collection dish at this mega church, but I'm going to give it a try, and I think that it might go a little something like this in one of those southern mega churches would be, "Oh, brothers and sisters, children of Christ, I have come to you with some great news. The Lord came to me in a dream, brothers, sisters of Christ, amen, thank the Lord. And he told me two things. I'm going to share that information with you all today. Number one, the earth is 6,000 years old. Praise Jesus. Number two, this is a two-parter, folks. First of all, he wants to say that the sound system we recently put in is kick-ass and everybody up there loves it. So great work for all of you donating on that one, first of all. And secondly, and a follow-up to that, is that he really wants us to finish the entertainment room. Okay? He wants the flat screen TVs. He wants the leather couches. And he also said he wants to throw a grand opening pizzarty in there. Side note on that, though, is that he may have instigated that I will be the person who comes up with the invitation list. So before I hand out our gold-plated collection dishes, I just want to let you know that I don't want to suggest an appropriate amount that you should be tithing this Sunday, but I would say that anything under $100 means that you hate Jesus. Amen, everyone. Amen. But I don't ever go to church, so that's made up. Because I have other shit to do. Like watch the Game Show Network on television. Does anyone do that? That's action-packed. Yeah, hell yeah, I love the Game Show Network. One of the shows that I like the most is a Family Feud. Has anyone taken a little Family Feud? Familiar with that at all? It's a great show. And currently I'm in the Steve Harvey section of Family Feud. They all have a different feel to it. And believe it or not, Steve Harvey is an amazing comedian. I mean, it's that a lot of them go to host these shows, but I think the most amazing thing about Steve Harvey is how he's gotten that black squirrel to stay curled up on his lip. Have you seen that? That shit is crazy. Mad wildlife on his lip. But in any event, I was watching it, and there was a category, and it was things a man does not want his dog to do to his toupee. That was the actual category. So they're running out of questions is the first moral of that story. The second one would be is that no, they weren't able to get all the answers, and you'll see why. Because the last answer, they finally got down to it. No one got it yet. Someone still won. And then Steve Harvey reveals the last answer. And it is Things a man doesn't want his dog to do to his toupee, make love to it. Any dog owners in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen your dog make sweet love to anything?
Yeah.
No, not really. It's more just like, hey, what's this? What is this, the pole? Huh? What's this? Oh, yeah! Wow! And they can turn anything into a fuckfest immediately. And I don't want to say that I haven't had a little scratch that I've parlayed into something a little bit more. But I didn't do it at my nephew's first birthday party right on the living room floor. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. My name is Tim Hunter. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with Tim Hunter. Good job, Tim. So, Hunter, is that a made-up name?
Nope. Given.
Was it originally Hale?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I don't even have a funny thing to say about it.
I don't either. It's called a callback from the previous contestant. That's all. Doesn't make any sense. You don't happen to know my dad, do you?
No. No, I don't.
That's good. He goes home late, and I'm worried that he might be hanging out with you.
No.
Because he's pretty religious. I don't know. So Tim, you know, I've been out of town for a while. I know some of the other folks here. I haven't met you before. But thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it. How long have you been doing the stand-up thing?
About 5 months. Oh. Yeah. So brand new. Yeah.
Well, good job, man. Thanks for coming out. Judges, what would you like to say?
Yeah, Tim, excellent. Been back for 5 months, man. Wow. very, very good. I really like. I like the thing I always look for is like likability in performers and stuff. And not that you can't have that, but that's a trait I always kind of like make sure I like. And I really enjoyed your energy. You have a nice your personality. You're very the act out kind of thing. I like that how you threw that in there, and very good material too, man. You know, my only little thing is your age joke was great, but I don't know about opening with it. Maybe it's not a super.
Like you said, a really negative press.
It's not, but it's not even really an offense. You know. Too offensive. It's very funny. It's like,
Right. I wanted it to be a not offensive.
Yeah. If you're hosting a show, if you start because you're going to start out hosting shows and then work your way up. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I would just hold off on that. You can. I'm not saying don't do it yourself.
Right.
Maybe just you know. Ease into it. It's very funny. It's good. I really like it, man. I really like the material, and for 5 months, man, really impressive.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great to see you again, Tom. It's always a great job. Actually, a good friend of mine up there, Tom. So it's good to. Just great to see you. Yeah, the AIDS joke was great. There's room for a tag on the end of that, because like I wrote. You know, my jokes are always really smart. So like, the first time they go, I mean, also Tom. So they go out there and like half the audience, maybe it's over their heads. So sometimes you do have to throw a tag on for the people that don't get it. Like really, like it's hit it a second time or whatever. And
Yeah.
So, but it can still be funny for the first group too. So it's all bad. Right? They're like most people get it, and then there are a few that didn't.
Yeah.
And
I
you can
used to
throw.
say something about acronyms after that, but I cut it out.
Yeah. Whatever,
Yeah.
an exclamation point or something, you know, hey, it's whatever. And it's not, I mean, you can leave it how it is, but you can get another, or a question mark, you know, there's room for, you can take it farther if you want. Oh, speaking of taking it farther, the whole thing, nice flow to the whole thing, just a good flow. Everything kind of just worked itself into each other. The preacher guy, I feel like you could develop that more. That's not a bad thing. I'm
Yes,
saying
definitely.
that's a good thing.
You could be fair. You could go, even more kind of out there, absurd. But that's a great. It's a very good.
Like that. Oh, green light. Yeah, I would go play with it, spend some time with the character, and you could really, deepen it a little bit if you want, or flush it out. Or I think there's a lot to do with that, and especially the the venue that you have where you're on stage speaking in front of a group lends itself well to being a preacher, you know, that it's very close, you know.
Yep.
And that's really all I have to say, except I can't imagine anything I wouldn't, like when you say things you wouldn't want your dog to do to your toupee, I mean, aside from wearing it on his head, I can't think of anything but humping it, so.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Where
it's
the
pretty much
shot
just those two, I don't.
television, watching TV pays off.
Yeah. Okay, well, great. Excellent job.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Hunter.